Okay, so I'm still here in Fort Worth. I'm at one of my favorite local fish stores I've visited over the years, Frank's Tanks. And I'm gonna go inside now and talk to Frank, not about his store, not about his fish, but a great little entrepreneurial thing. I call it an aquapreneur. See, I can't even say it, aquapreneurial thing. And we're gonna talk about something that he has invented and is being sold like wildfire out there in the reef keeping community. And we're gonna find out all about it. So come on inside with me. Hey guys, I'm here still in Fort Worth, and I'm here at Frank's Tanks, okay, a place I went to many years ago and met Frank, and I'm back here now to see what's going on, mainly not because of his store, but for some product that he's come out with that's been a huge smash hit. Frank, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. The aquarium store has always been the love of your life, but now you're becoming a rich man because of something else.
I don't know about rich, but I'm doing all right.
So when did you start the store here?
The store's been here since 2004. I opened up about late 2004.
So you've been selling fish, obviously corals, you're the master man in the Fort Worth area, but there's a product that you use all the time, and now it's out on the market for killing F-Aptasia. Tell us a little bit about how the product came about.
Everybody that's in the salt water has some problems with it, at least some problems with F-Aptasia. And so I wasn't necessarily satisfied with the products that were on the market, and I just created my own.
Yeah, you created your own, but first you just kept walking around your store, you know, giving it the finger, right?
I was pretty much giving it
Everybody gives a finger to F-Aptasia.
It was definitely an F-Aptasia moment.
So Frank, so you've been using, you were using some concoction here in your store for quite some time, a number of years probably, right?
That's correct.
So the stuff that you used in the store here, how did that work? How did you mix it up? How did you come about making it?
Me and some friends of mine who are doctors in the area, we kind of came up with this product together. And it's like some of the other products on the market, it is a contact product. The difference between ours, on some of the other contact products, you just put it on top of the anemone and they suck in and it's supposed to kill them. And most of the hobby knows that that's not really effective. On my product, you allow the anemone to retract. You cover them completely. And then this product hardens on top of them. So they're stuck up under this hardened product with the caustic product up under there.
So basically what you're saying is that you've got a product that goes in as a liquid. It then encapsulates the closed up anemone.
That's right.
Kind of stores it under a cap, so to speak, which has the nastiness underneath to kill it.
That's exactly right.
You've been using this product in-house here for the longest time, and then one day what happened?
I had a guy, is a customer here, who told me that he came in looking for one of the other known products, and I didn't have any. And he said, well, I want to try the stuff that I see you using in your store. And so I made some for him, and a couple of months later, he said, man, that stuff was really great. For a year and a half, he did everything he could to try to get me to sell this commercially, and I never did. And one day he came in and he said, listen, if you do that, I'll buy you the machine that will mix it and dispense it. And I realized that he was really serious about his thoughts for the product, and I went ahead and bought my own machine, and
the rest is history. The
rest is history.
The finger went on the box, and you started selling it through your own website, I guess, right?
That's correct.
And then everybody just said, I want some F-Aptasia.
Yes.
And that's the name of the product too.
Yes.
F-Aptasia, right?
Yep, the name of it is F-Aptasia, and it doesn't necessarily mean Frank's Aptasia product, like a lot of people think.
Frank has colorful language.
I do have
For those that don't
language.
know Frank personally,
I'm trying
like
to change that.
He's a little bit colorful. Even on some of his written word back and forth to you over the years, I've seen some really colorful things from Frank, so I was not surprised with the name of the product.
I will say this. I put something out on the internet asking people, hey, do you think this is a good idea? Because those of you who've used the product in the past, you know that the original box actually had a blurred out middle finger in it, which basically meant F-Aptasia. And so I was selling it on my own website, and of course it started moving across the country and into some other places outside of this country. But I started getting other people saying, listen, we really want to sell this product, but it's going to be hard for us to put it on our shelves with that middle finger. And that's how.
You think?
Yeah. So that's how we got to it the way it is right now. Yeah, it is.
Well, so you've got you basically sell it in two sizes now, right?
I do.
It's sold just about everywhere. Okay, and you make it yourself, in like a home kind of setup?
I do. I created a manufacturing and built a manufacturing plant for it at my house, in my backyard. So there's a
Like every good entrepreneur. I mean, that's the way you do it.
Absolutely.
I call them aquapreneurs.
well, that's what I am.
That's what he is.
Yes. Every single bottle, every single container of it, even those people who were involved in me creating this don't have the entire recipe that I have.
You're like the Colonel.
I'm the Colonel. When I go, it goes.
It's Frank's 11 herbs and spices
Yes.
that kill the anemones.
That's correct.
So anyway, we're going to take a look to see how this stuff works in a tank, you know, and, you know, give us a little demo of it.
Sure.
And I'm really happy a nice family business like this comes up with such a successful product in an industry that's just out of the blue, you know. Your hard work pays off. Sometimes it never pays off the way you think it's going to.
Yes.
Right? You do this and that, and then all of a sudden,
And I had no expectations for this. I had absolutely no expectations.
hey,
It was just something that I used to store.
couldn't happen to a nicer guy. So let's go take a look to see how it works.
You don't have to make the mess that I'm making, but you definitely want to stir it. And after you've done that, you want to shake it up real good. Now it's ready to kill some F-Aptasia. I'm only breaking the shell for the purpose of this video. When I apply it, when I'm using it and I apply it, I just leave it alone. Eventually it'll get covered by algae or coralline algae, and you won't even see these shells. So I'm doing this just to show you what it looks like up underneath it. But to be totally honest with you, I don't even remove the shell.
So that stuff's pretty amazing, Frank. So it's not gonna like harm the aquarium or anything like
It's
that?
not going to hurt anything. The only time that would hurt something is if you made an intentional decision, to make intentional contact with a coral. Some of the little paste that flies around, it's not going to hurt anything.
And it'll work for things like green star polyps too, I bet, right?
Yes, in fact, I was thinking about making a box that says F everything, because it,
Now that's just what happens when you're done with your tank
Right.
because they had a bad problem in your tank or corals don't grow. Then you buy
Yeah.
Frank's
That's
everything.
That's exactly
and you go
right.
home. All right. Well, we made a couple of great reef tank stops here in Fort Worth today. First at Melev's Reef, and now at Frank's Tanks to hear about his amazing F-Aiptasia story. If you're in the Fort Worth area, be sure to stop by Frank's place and then go right next door and get a delicious seafood boil like we did. Well, we hit the road now for a day and a half more driving before we get to Atlanta. Hit that like button down there for me and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next stop on this adventure. All right, we are east of Dallas, ready to take off at about 9 o'clock in the morning and getting the last poop in for Teddy, or at least trying to. Did you poop?
No, I wish. We tried. He was too distracted with all the trees.
We tried. Today's goal is to drive all the way to Mississippi, maybe Alabama, and then tomorrow we will roll into Atlanta.